What's going on? This is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and up next I have got another fun unboxing. A lot of cool books in here. Should be around $3,000 in books. And then I also have another giveaway. Thought the last one was fun, so I've got some books here for another one. So stay tuned for how to get these books. Alright, so before we get started, please remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this. It really does help the channel. I appreciate it, all the likes, comments, subscriptions, everything. It's been great. So, like I said, I've got another unboxing here. This was just going to be a straight unboxing. I'm not doing any undervalued key stuff on this one or anything like that, but also I have a set of books that I'm going to be giving away. So stay tuned for the details on how to win these books. So first, I'll cut into this box and then we'll go over how you can get those books. So this was one where it was kind of a random claim sale that I decided to watch. It was from Elite Comics 11. I watched a lot of their claim sales. This was from a seller I had never bought from before. I think it was a father and a son that were selling on their channel, and they had a bunch of books, and I happened to catch this one, and it felt like a really good deal, and it's a cool book that's been kind of hot lately, so I decided to pick it up. There's got the packing peanuts and everything in here, and lots of bubble wrap. So great packaging, and let's see here. All right, so what this is yeah, and that is a really nice looking copy. So what this is Marvel Team Up #1 in a 9/2 white pages, 1972. So a nice grade for this book. And this is also one of these. It's kind of like the picture frame type covers. It's very similar to what you see with like Hero for Hire #1. It doesn't quite go around the whole edge, but it makes for these books to get. They're tough to get in higher grade because they have these black frames, and a lot of the damage is on the spine, and so you can't really hide any flaws with that. So a 9/2 is a really nice grade for this book, and yeah, you can tell. I mean, it is a clean looking book, nice book. So this is just, it's a #1. It's the Human Torch and Spider-Man team up. I just thought it's a cool cover, so I was happy to be able to pick up this one in a nice high grade, so 9/2. All right, so next thing is what are the books and how you can get these. So what this is the Infinity Gauntlet set, and so this is issues 1 through 6. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one of my favorite covers. I love this cover. I think this one is awesome. 5 and 6, and they're in pretty nice condition. I think all around 9s, except there's one that has this guy here. He just has like a little bit of a corner bend to it, but it would probably press out if you wanted to take the time to do that. But just some nice copies of this book. It's just a cool run. Infinity Gauntlet was one of my just favorite storylines when I was a kid. It was the one where you had the Infinity crossover was in like all the books when I was a kid, when I was first collecting back in the 90s, in the late 80s, but then in the 90s is when they had that. And so Infinity Gauntlet was kind of everywhere. And so you had Thanos Quest, which was these like thicker books. I really liked those. Then you had the Infinity Gauntlet. Then you had the Infinity crossover. And so just something that I always really liked. And so if you want to get these books, you've got to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment with #Thanos. I won't make you do #Infinity Gauntlet because it's just a lot more text. So #Thanos, and I will then eventually pick a random comment from this video, and then I will send these books out. So with that, now let's get into this next box of books. So despite this being a pretty thin box, I think there are think there are 5 books in here. It's either 4 or 5. So they've got to be packed pretty tight in here. There's a pretty big key in here. And there's just some other, what I think are some really cool books. All right, so there are actually 4 books in here, and it was 3 slabs and 1 raw book. Not a huge fan of how the raw book was shipped, but you know, I guess it is what it is. So the first one here is Pre-Code Horror Book, Vault of Horror, number 29. And so this is just this super creepy Johnny Craig cover. I actually have another copy of this book. This one looks like it's in nicer condition. It's actually, I mean, it's pretty nice. That's not a stain, that's on the bag. But you can see and it's got that cool date stamp on there. So you can see condition is actually pretty solid with this book. I think it might have been sold around a 7. I don't remember if that's exactly right, but I mean, you can see like this is a glossy copy. It is a nice presenting copy of this book. Let's see what the back looks like. Yeah, back is nice too. There's a little chipping in that bottom edge there. You can see there, a little bit of chipping, but that might be a factory flaw. Sometimes you'll get these little chips with from the factory or from the printer. But yeah, super nice copy of this book. So very happy with that. So I'll get this one back in here. So I'm very happy with that. I was a little worried about it. I wasn't sure if it was actually going to be in that nice a grade when I bought it. I mean, the spine has a little bit of wear, but it's really not bad. So yeah, this is a nice looking copy of that book. I'm very happy with that. Right, now the next book, this is the first time I've had anything additional in this run. So if you see me unbox one book from this run multiple times in the past, I actually have 2 more books now from this one. And the first one here is Vampirella number 3. And I've always thought this is an awesome cover. It's not a Frazetta cover like issue number 1, but this white cover with that kind of like teal type blue background, and just, you know, this the woman riding this, like, whatever this is, this futuristic ship or being or you know, something like that. I think this is just such a cool cover. I've always really liked this cover, so I was happy to pick up this little stamp up here. It's something where it's just from it's like where they basically are trying to like make it a pedigree, but it's not really a pedigree. It's from the Oregon Coast collection, but there's a lot of really high grade books from that collection. But yeah, beautiful book, 9.4. And then the other one is actually another book from this Vampirella run, also from that Oregon Coast collection. This is Vampirella number 5. But this one is a Frazetta cover. This has that very, you know, standard Frazetta look. Like, you can tell this is a Frazetta cover instantly. His art just often has this feel to it, kind of like this like rugged, very detailed look, and just an awesome cover. You know, them going like this Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then the man and the woman and everything. I mean, just very beautiful book. And the 9.0, just really nice copy. And I mean, be curious why it's a 9.0. Oh yeah, you can see there's just like on the edge here, there's that little bit of like, there's a little crease there from like a finger bend, and then a little crease down in the corner there. But in general, just a very beautiful copy of this book. And now the last book, and this is definitely the biggest book here. And I have a very low grade copy of this one. I have one that's a 0.5. It's missing the back cover. I did have an 8.0 at one point that I sold maybe almost like 2 years ago now. But this is Avengers number 4. And so this is the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America. It's a low grade, it's 1.8. He's got a little bit of, like ink on his face, and there's tape along the spine and everything. But the general, cover presents well for a 1.8, and that's what I always like to look for in these lower grade copies. I mean, the back you can really see the tape more clearly. You can see there's there's a tear there and all that. I mean, it's a 1.8. It is what it is, but it is a no big pieces out of the cover or anything like that, which is always a big plus for this book. So super happy with this. I felt like it was just a steal, so I decided to pick it up. And it's one of those books I don't think you can ever really go too wrong picking up the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America, especially because his first appearance in the Golden Age in Captain America Comics #1 is just tens of thousands of dollars, even for like a piece of garbage. So this is just an awesome cover. Big fan of this book. So those are all the books I picked up. Just a little bit shorter video this time. Hope you enjoyed this. Remember, if you would like a chance to get these 6 books, the Infinity Gauntlet run, leave a comment, hashtag Thanos, like the video, subscribe, and you could be having these books sent off to you. So thanks again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got more videos over here. If you'd like to watch some of the other videos on my channel, the subscription button is right here. If you'd like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.